can I change it to wrestling rules?
It's a good ass fight so far, though.
Bivol's connecting. He's doing more. He's connecting more smart punches.
Television now.
Hmm.
Remember his daughter was like sticking her tongue out at Bivol.
Man, you see them girls at the front row. The Bivol's gonna have fun with them 4 girls front row, man. The one with the big breasties. Shit, he got his Chinese. That's his dad, his Chinese father at the front row. Whip that ass, man. Canelo be headbutting. Good. Bivol just needs to turn some of them punches over and put it on him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, this is his last fight at 175.
Canelo's face looks red, man. He looks red.
All that he going up to fight Usyk.
Oh, Usyk, yo, forget that. Yo, that's done, right?
Ooh.
Hey, that's done. Hey, by the way. Yeah. I'll just let you guys know we're live right now. We're live.
Ryan Garcia is saying that Canelo's losing right now.
Yeah, he losing, bro.
His pals neglected him.
Yeah, he went and reached to Eddie. See, he listened to Eddie boosted up his head.
Yo, man, those women are laughing at Canelo. You see those women you were talking about?
Yeah, I know. They're Bivol. Bivol gonna play around with them chicks off. Him and his dad. Yo, what's he doing? WWE? What's he picking him up for? Yo, you need to slow your roll, partner. What you doing?
Exactly. He needs to conserve his energy, man. It's like, come on now, look, man.
He's slowing him up.
What are you trying to do?
Yeah, he's trying to pick
Canelo gonna come up with if he loses.
Pick a brother up, man.
I didn't eat enough Mexican meat. That's what happened.
You on that? That's cool. Don't be doing that. Mm-hmm.
That Mexican beef.
They didn't have free shipping.
Yo, you guys are crazy, bro.
The pandemic stopped the deliveries.
Right, yeah.
And in any case, yeah, we'd be lucky if we get a decision out here.
By the time I got my shipment, man, that shit
look, Canelo can still win this by knocking him out.
Well, I'm to my stream. My stream frozen up.
But Bivol should take control of this round now, anyways. Dominate this round.
Got this.
Damn, my stream done froze up. Damn, my stream froze up. It's buffering.
Yeah, because you're ahead. It was like, man, this shit.
Yeah, I ain't seeing shit. My stream, I'm paying for it, man. My stream paying for it on my stream.
Oh, it's
I ain't seeing shit.
Those punches now.
Oh, there it's back on. It's back on now. I was gonna say.
Oh God.
Yeah, it's connected.
Oh God.
Damn, man.
I ain't got shit going.
He's connecting with those punches now. Like Bivol's just like playing with him now. He's like, on it.
Bill was like, ooh.
And then he just came out and just was doing it.
Canelo,
no, man.
You want to bang? Let's go.
Canelo fuck around and hang him up.
If Canelo gets the knockout, I'm telling you, like it'll be the biggest comeback in boxing history.
Yeah, stop dreaming. Stop dreaming. Ain't no comeback on that,
the
man.
Biggest comeback in boxing history.
Never that. Never.
Losing this fight.
He ain't losing. He ain't even losing, bro. He's not losing.
Came back and
they're gonna have that. There's no way they're gonna have to run. They're gonna have to kill a winner. One of the biggest robberies in boxing. One of the biggest robberies ever in boxing.
Oh man, my stream.
It's all right. My one's like 30 seconds. I'm good.
Fucking
Bivol could see Bivol could have. For me, Bivol could have turned it up though. Bivol could have turned up and took the moment. When you got a fight like against a legendary fighter, take over.
I wouldn't put this.
Oh, he beating him up. He's got 40 seconds, 14 seconds left. Bivol could have went to the body more, and good check. He could have went to the body more and put more thing in. Canelo with his hands down. Yeah, all that defense ain't helping. He's running for his life, man. Yeah, the fight's over. Straight right. Yeah. Canelo Bivol's got his hand up, say he won. He's bang on his chest.
I thought Bivol won. I got him. I scored a 7-5 for Bivol.
Yeah.
Bivol won this fight, man.
He won the fight. But I don't think he's gonna get the decision though, man.
They're gonna give it to the Russian.
This is this. Huh?
They're gonna give it to the Russian. They're gonna give it to the Russian.
If they give this fight to Canelo, it's a robbery.
Yeah, it's a Russian.
Here's the thing, though. This is gonna make Eddie Hearn and his own look bad because this is a second straight card when he had a dodgy decision like this, man.
Why you ain't happened yet? Ain't happened yet. We gonna see, but Everyone
We'll see
watching.
if it happens.
Yeah.
And
No,
you know
for everyone
what?
watching, they got
Yeah,
people
you know
winning.
what happened then?
He's the champion.
Yeah, both of those situations, they had got fighters that signed contracts to fight somebody else coming up soon. So it's like, yo, you gotta win.
He been feasting on the Eurobum. How long he been feasting? How long he been feasting on the
You know,
Eurobums, man? He been feasting on all them Eurobums. Yeah. You see, that's the cost of it. You know what I'm saying?
Well, they called Dmitry Bivol a Eurobum. That's what they called him, and I'm like, that's fucking crazy.
I look at it. Hey, Chris Maddox, 111, 117. Chris Maddox. Let me see what Fat Dan's got it. That's
And I had Canelo winning. It was what?
Let me see what Fat Dan got it.
I had it 10-2 to Bivol.
Yeah, but that don't make no sense.
I had it 7-5. It was a closer fight than that, man. I think 10-2 and 9-3 is a bit too much. I think 8-4, 7-5 are the reasonable scores.
Bivol dominated.
If you give it for Bivol.
It was periods where Canelo wasn't doing anything on the ropes. He was on the ropes.
That's true. And I will say one thing. Canelo, when he threw it. Yeah, here's the one thing about Bivol. He had a very good tight guard defense, and all those shots that Canelo landed.
Manny's got the same. Manny's got the same scorecard. He got one more. He gave Canelo one more round than I did.
So
he gave it
117, 111.
9-7.
Yeah, 1-7, 111. Yeah. He lost, man. He lost.
He got it 9-3 to Bivol. I got it 8. Bivol dominated the fight.
I scored it. I scored it 7-5. I thought it was a closer fight than that, but I'll go back and look at it again. But 8-4 was reasonable for Bivol, but I think 9-3 is a bit too much. To be fair, it's a bit too much.
Here we go, Bryce.
Nah, that's way too much. But okay. Okay, here's a card. Here's the scorecard.
To the judges' scorecards. Tim Cheatham, Dave Moretti, and Steve Weisfeld all scored this down identically, 115 to 113. For your
2 points.
By unanimous decision.
And still.
He's still undefeated.
Yeah, Bivol, yeah. He's upset. Yeah, he got it. Told you, man. Yeah, he got it. Yeah, you go. Yeah, that's look at their faces, bruh. Yeah, one of the biggest upsets in boxing, bruh. Well, yeah, but you see, this is what I'm trying to say. They both had it all. He won, bruh. That's good for boxing.
Yeah, he was the rightful winner. He was the rightful winner. I had him winning on my card too.
Yeah, but two rounds, not 2 rounds. That weren't the 2 rounds, bruh. There weren't no 2 rounds. That were 2 rounds. 2 rounds.
Right now, because he needed that Golovkin third fight, man.
Yeah, everyone 150 was a joke.
Jumping,
man.
Nah, he pissed because they wanted that. They needed that. No, he's pissed.
Hey, Povetkin paid off the judges. I'm just letting everyone else know, and he put some money in the pocket, and that's what it is, man. Listen, and he's gonna bring that belt to Russia, and he's gonna do like what's his name, Thingy Maxin. You know what I mean? What's his name again? Not my Thingy Maxi. What's his name again? Maxi. You know the guy from Germany when he walked around for Maxi Smelling. He gonna walk around to Russia. Yeah, Max Smelling. He gonna go to Russia and propaganda, and he gonna see what happens when the Russians come to America. You know what I mean? He got disrespected from the start though. They didn't even play his national anthem. He got announced first. Mad disrespect, man. I'm glad he won. Go ahead, everyone can talk. Go ahead, talk your talk.
Yeah, you know what? Just to think about it, you should have taken that Charlo PCO because the Charlo fight would have been an easier fight for him. I'm not saying it would be easy, but it would have been an easier fight because Charlo don't move like Bivol.
Yeah.
He don't throw that many punches like Bivol. He doesn't.
And they have to give Canelo, his props, man. He went and
he did take a tough fight.
Hey, here's Maddox. Here's Maddox.
Took a tougher challenge.
Time for an opportunity like this.
I thought
And your first opportunity, you beat the best pound-for-pound fighter in all of boxing. How do you feel about your performance?
First of all, I want to say is thank you, everybody.
Yeah, I said that too, and I'm like, that's surprising. Like, dude, I was telling everybody this. Like, dude, Bivol's not an easy fight. I don't know what you guys talking about.
That's what I'm saying. This is why
Mexican fans.
People
I proved myself today. I'm the best.
That Canelo is faced.
I'm the best in my.
Hey, let me ask you this: how you feel Gennady Golovkin versus Bivol? You don't want to try to make that fight? Golovkin ain't gonna take that fight.
Eddie Hearn, and sorry, I hope Gennady Golovkin made it. Thank you, Canelo and his team. He's a great champion. I respect him. I respect all his team.
Why did you believe that you could pull off this upset?
Canelo has moved up to 175.
You know, if you don't believe in yourself, what you do, you never achieve.
People ain't moving down to one.
You achieve the nothing.
Yeah, that's true. He ain't doing that. So Golovkin, what is he going to do now? Because he lost his third fight with Canelo. He lost the fight now. So
if you achieve what you want, you said before the fight,
they still going to go ahead with it after Canelo loses it?
With the speed of Canelo.
Well, you know what? To be fair, though, you know, Bob Arum did the same thing with Eric Morales when he lost to Shahir Rahim many years ago. And they were trying to set up the third Pacquiao fight, and he lost that fight, and they still set it up.
Yeah, like, still going to be marketable. Still going to be.
He gets a good.
Oh man, I don't know if Eddie Hearn can sell. I don't know how you can sell that fight. It's like, dude, you just lost to a guy you were 5-1 favorite against. How do you sell that?
After
How?
No,
but like he's working. Who's going to fight next?
Did he ever hurt you?
Well, but the thing is that from a marketing standpoint, you lost to a guy that you were a 5-1 favorite against.
I can
And you go,
keep my
yeah,
you
beat Golovkin already. So what's the point of getting the third fight?
Right there,
You beat him already.
In the past, but I expect that.
Well, I'm saying the whole point is that he had to get past Bivol to get that fight. Now that he lost,
No, but he's Canelo. You can get whatever
do you
he
feel
wants.
you were frustrating him as this fight went on?
Being the big star, you know what I mean? He's still the big
No,
name.
nothing.
well, you know what? This Eddie Hearn is going to not be happy about this because now his second cash cow just took the loss.
I enjoyed this fight. I enjoyed when people crowd, when he beat me. This is gave me more energy.
Yeah. Me personally, I'd rather have
He
seen
was getting
I
frustrated.
actually wouldn't want to see the Beterbiev and Canelo fight, but looking at that, Beterbiev would have
Nah, man, Beterbiev would have stopped him, mate. Stopped him.
Yeah, I think Bivol Beterbiev, that's a more of an attractive fight.
People beat Beterbiev.
Turn quickly to Canelo Alvarez. Canelo, you've won a lot of close decisions.
Yeah, he's not. He's a sitting target.
You did enough to win this fight.
Well, that's the difference between Beterbiev and Canelo, because Beterbiev hits hard like a fucking mule, so he can bother Bivol if he lands that big shot.
Yeah, but like Bivol
Yeah, he's definitely better. He's definitely defensively a lot better, obviously. So, yeah, that's going to be a tricky fight.
You have to accept it. It's boxing. To be honest, he's a great champion. Sometimes boxing, you win and lose. I'm not going to give any excuses. I lost today, and he won. What made him so difficult?
No, que él es un buen peleador. Entra, sale. Sentí mucho su peso también.
Look, Canelo's handled the loss like a man. I respect him for that. He's handling it like a man.
Es un buen peleador, pero como te dije, es una gran pelea y al final de cuentas la gente es la que gana.
Yeah, so he's a really good fighter.
He's going to catch up. Yeah.
Comes in and goes out. I also felt.
But like I said, though, you should have took that Charlo fight, bro. Now he's going to look at that. It's like, fuck, I should have took that DBC deal.
You fought a big, real light heavyweight, and maybe the weight was an issue.
Just think about it. You had Charlo and you had Spence. Those are the fights that you could have won.
But why? He still can fight both of those.
He still can get those fights.
But that's true. He's on a fight-by-fight basis with his own. That's true. He can still do it.
Still like, to be honest with you,
I did feel no excuses. I think that's what happens in this sport of boxing. You win or lose that sport, and that's what happened. You're a very smart fighter. You usually have a plan B.
Well, you know,
or a
Canelo
plan
has a Hall
C.
of Fame career.
Why was nothing
He can retire right now. He's a Hall of Famer. So, yeah, this loss ain't going to be the end of be all. You know what I mean? I agree. But,
Y como te digo, yo creo que hice lo suficiente.
oh, yeah, he still got a title there. Yeah, he didn't lose any belts tonight. So, yeah, he still got
he's a
that.
great fighter. He comes in and out. He really manages his distance really well. I felt like maybe did enough to win the fight, but that's boxing.
Well, he ain't fighting at 160. That ain't going to happen. Triple G got to go up
Do
to
you want to do this
168.
again?
Claro que sí.
no, I think
Claro que sí, esto no se queda así.
Yeah, of course I do. This doesn't end like this. All right, Canelo, thank you. We'll turn to Dmitry Bivol. Dmitry, Canelo says he wants a rematch. How do you feel about that?
Well, you know what? I know a lot of people are going to look at this and say, this is the reason why you didn't want to fight Demetrius Andrade. This is one of the reasons why.
Let's
Right
talk about
here.
I wanted this fight
for this, but like,
вообще,
Yeah.
я просто хотел этот файт бой без всяких там каких-то особых условий. Теперь я хочу какие-то
You think Canelo didn't want to fight him?
That's why Canelo don't want to fight him, but you know,
I took this fight because I just wanted to get the opportunity, and I appreciate this opportunity. I didn't fight for anything except.
Yeah, this is gonna. Yeah, a lot of guys are gonna be all over this one, man. Eddie Hearn, this is your second cash cow that took a hit already in the last 7 months, man.
To be honest with you, man,
I approve my boxing fans that they believe.
You know what I mean? Like,
They believe me, and they
gonna give fighters
That they all believed in me, and it wasn't a misjudge. They believed in me, and I appreciate that.
Congratulations, Dmitry. Brilliant performance. And thank you. And I want to say thank you, every country, every people who watched the fight and who believe in me. Thank you, everyone. Todd?
Yeah.
That was. Hey, listen. Let me say, like, he was so disrespected on the national anthem. They didn't play his national anthem. They announced him first. Mad disrespect, and that's what happened. Go ahead, YG.
He knew all of that going into the fight. You say he was just like when they
I see Kelly Duva. I see Kathy Duva in there. I see Kathy Duva in the background. She must be the manager, bro. I see her sniffing around, and there's Canelo walking back with his face all swollen up, and the defeated champion. Oh, listen, messing with Eddie Hearn, that's what you get. You see, when he messed with Golden Boy, and let's go to La Hoya, he'll still be undefeated. But this is what happens.
Yeah, Golden Boy would have fixed that fight for him.
Yeah, they wouldn't have made him fight that fight. They would have never put him in that situation. Why? Look, you want super middleweight, they have him fight super middleweight, and that's it. Why would you? Really, you don't need to fight at this one. You could have fought the Charlos, Golovkin. You don't need to go up to light heavyweight. They were just trying to, and then heavyweight. This guy could never fight heavyweight. You were crazy, bro.
He not beating Alexander Usyk. That ain't gonna happen.
Nah,
he's talking about he could fight.
Never.
Usyk. I'm like, you gonna get crazy.
Never.
But it's
I admire Canelo. I admire Canelo and his his passion to fight the best. But dude, you not beating Alexander Usyk. That would have been a whitewash for Usyk tonight.
But
a whitewash.
This is what I'm saying. Like, you know, they got weight classes for a reason. Like,
yeah.
Obviously, Canelo's confident, and he says, "Oh, put at least 200 pounds on one, and I'll fight Usyk. Fight, you can fight him, but you won't win."
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
Usyk is a top fighter. Bivol's a top fighter. That's what I said to you. A good big fighter always.
Hey, proper to Edge and PMC. They picked Dmitry Bivol, and they called it down the line, bro. They both called it, and you know what? PMC is rich.
I gotta say, I was wrong on this one. I was wrong. I thought one thing I was right about this fight was going to go to the distance. I predicted no knockout was going to happen.
Yeah,
it was going to go to the distance, but I thought Canelo was going to edge it out, but I was wrong.
He ain't the greatest pound for pound no more. Eddie Hearn needs to stop doing that shit right now.
That's a question. That's a good question. So now Canelo's no longer pound for pound number one. Who's going to take that slot? Terrence Crawford, Earl Spence.
Hell, Terrence Crawford. Terrence Crawford's always been there.
Once Terrence Crawford beats Errol Spence, Terrence Crawford will be the pound for pound number one.
All that, yeah. That's
who goes right now though? Because Canelo lost. Who gets that slot now?
I just told you, Thingy, man. I told you, man. Bud Crawford always been there.
Now anyway.
No, Bud Crawford, like what, with number 2 or number 1?
Yeah, Bud Crawford might take that position now. He might get it now,
one, probably about
Usyk. Number one. What do you mean? Number one is Bud Crawford. What are you talking about? Come on, let's not.
Oh, Usyk, you know what? That's a good point. Usyk might take that number 1 slot now.
What? Man, that guy's gonna get slapped up. Ain't no one messing with no damn Usyk.
Well, you know what? It's gonna be tough though. But here's the thing, though. I don't think it's gonna be consensus though, because I think one rating's gonna give Usyk the number 1 slot, and another rating's gonna give Crawford the slot. So it's gonna be between those two. You see what I'm saying? It's going to be between those two.
Yeah, man. But I think if Crawford beats Spence, he'll be undisputed at 2 different weight classes, mate. Like,
and he will be the pound for pound number 1. Like, if he wins that fight, definitely,
like, you know. And I think he'll beat Spence. Definitely.
Then he's talking about moving up and fighting for undisputed at 154. He got a chance.
Crawford.
Yeah, that's simple. He beats the winner, fights the winner of Castano and thing, and then and then if he beats Spence, goes up and beats Charlo or whoever for the undisputed. 3 different weight. He's like, do you know what I mean? He'd
be the first in history to do that, I believe.
Undisputed at 3 different weight classes back to back. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. So you can't like Crawford, you know.
Mayweather beat him, bro. It just shows you, bro. Like beating him, Canelo. I mean, they only had by 2 points, man, on the scorecards, man. Shit.
Well, look, like I said, I gave Bivol the first 3 rounds, even though they were close rounds, but I still gave it to Bivol. But, you know, that's probably why I gave it so close, because those first 3-4 rounds were very, very close, and they were toss-up between those two. So I could see the 7-5. But me, I have to look at it again. I might score 8-4 this time around. But anything above 84, I think you're stretching it too much. That's just my opinion.
Canelo came out headhunting and shoulder, but look at his shoulder is bad bruised.
Yeah, he tried. What he did is that he tried to. Bivol wasn't really deterred by those power punches. What Bivol did is that most of those power punches by Canelo that he threw at Bivol, they were blocked on the glove. His defense it reminds me of the Winky Wright's defense. Very tight, very guard. You can't hit through that guard. It's very difficult. You know, I think the only guy who can punch through that guard is probably Artur Beterbiev. He probably has enough strength and power to do it. Because when he hits you, yeah, that shit's gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt a lot worse than when Canelo hits you.
Messing with Eddie Hearn and the hype job. That's what happens to you. You know what I mean? That's why Eddie Hearn.
Yeah, man.
It's Eddie Hearn's fault. Eddie Hearn's fault why he lost. Like they're the one putting the propaganda out. He could fight heavyweight and this, that, the other. Eddie Hearn said, yeah, he could beat Usyk at heavyweight because Eddie Hearn's looking for AJ protectors, and he tried to put Canelo in an AJ protector, and you see what happens there. You know what I'm saying? Yeah,
man. This is the thing, though.
This is why Eddie Hearn's one of the best promoters in the world, man. Losses don't affect his fighters that much.
Yeah, it does.
Oh, really?
What? Edge.
No, think about it. No. Let's think about it for a second. Whose losses has affected their fighters that much?
Eddie Hearn. When he lost to Usyk, that was a bad loss. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it wasn't. Yeah, but it hasn't affected. Yeah, but it hasn't affected AJ. Like, he's still gonna go to 90,000. Still gonna get like more money.
Yeah. I see what you're saying. He can still sell out. Yeah, he can still sell.
Yeah, he making that money. Yeah, but your confidence and going into the fight ain't the same.
Yeah, that's the thing. So that's what I'm getting at. Confidence is not the same anymore.
Nah. Yeah, but that's nothing to do with the promoter.
Hey, look. Hey, stop riding Eddie. Stop riding Eddie Hearn. Eddie Hearn's the one who messed up Canelo. Canelo used to crawl back on his knees to back to Oscar De La Hoya, the cokehead, and get it back on track. Because Oscar would never put the most prize. Remember, he's the most prized asset in boxing. You understand? He made a career high on Fox TV. With thingy undisputed super middleweight, everyone could see it, and then you come on stinking old the zone and you put him in the light heavyweight. Who makes the decisions? Like, why would you do that?
Canelo made the decision.
Canelo made the decision.
No, Eddie, no. Eddie goes to him. Eddie said to him, "Wouldn't it be great if you be?" Eddie's the one who convinced him. He said, "Yeah, whatever you think."
That is true.
That's Eddie's one. That's what Eddie was. Yes.
No, the thing is, everyone knows that Charlo's the easier fight. Let's keep it real. You're gonna fight what? Errol Spence. He has to move up 4 weight.
Should have took the money, man. Should have took the money, man. Should have took the money, Dan. Should have took the money.
Yeah.
What are you talking about? It's 100 million.
Listen, listen. Right, listen. He's on the bum slide now. He's on the bummer's roll. You know what I'm saying? Like now, like he was worth how much? Now look at him now. You look at him now. Like, look at you now. Like, he embarrassed him. He got embarrassed on the zone, and there's only one person to blame. Is my man, Mr. Eddie Hearn. Listen. There's no reason. Who was the next contender? Who was the next contender for the super middleweight? He would have probably beat them. What was it? Them Eubank Jr. That was the next one. Eubank Jr. No. Eubank Jr. Eubank Jr. He'd have been laughing away to the bank. Beat up another UK bum, right? Yeah, but now,
but EJ, it'd be the same thing because if they would have signed up to fight Canelo, you just said another guy gets sent to the gallows.
Listen, bro. But listen, but you know what? Hey, the facade, the facade's over. Go ahead.
What I'm saying
right, Dwayne, speak up, Dwayne. Let Dwayne get it because he's talking silent because the wife's in the bed and Dwayne don't want to talk. Go on, Dwayne. Hey, Dwayne, your boy Kell Brooks out of boxing no more. I know you're crying about that one, but go ahead, Dwayne. Go on, we'll listen. Go ahead. You're hurt. Don't lie. Go on. Yeah, go on.
This was probably one of the only fights he could have taken, and if he had lost, the fullback is not that bad. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Right. I got two. Hey, listen, we got 200 and we got 201 people watching, right? So Dwayne, bro, you be talking some good shit, right? Go ahead. Yo, people want to hear, right? Shit, that's some right. 350. Yeah, go ahead.
That's what I mean. Right? That's what I mean. This loss is not going to affect Canelo as much as I think it's going to be. Like, Bivol's a good fighter. Like, Bivol's one of the best fighters. He's a good fighter.
Well, Bivol definitely goes on the pound list now with the win. He definitely goes on that list now. So I believe
the judges tried to give that fight to Canelo, bro.
they did. They tried.
That was a bad scorecard.
I just don't know how they scored it 130 to 150. Where'd they get that?
It kind of reminded me of AJ Usyk. They tried the same thing in that situation.
Well, they did the same thing to Floyd.
Yeah.
They did Floyd worse. They gave Floyd a split decision.
Yeah, they did. They did.
Who playing Tayon Booth, man? Come on. Who playing Tayon Booth?
So why? What you hear? I don't hear that. I don't hear no Tayon Booth. I can't hear that. What you hearing, man?
Yeah, I was hearing it in the background. Somebody was playing that intro.
Nah. You funny as hell. There's no shit. No, listen. On the reals, yeah, the man got disrespected. They didn't play his flag. They didn't let him show his flag. They didn't let him. They introduced him first. He got disrespected in mind of Larry Holmes for Jules Cooney. They disrespected him madly. And PMC, credit to PMC and Edgeno, they picked him. They didn't see through the propaganda. And Canelo ain't nothing special. He ain't. Yo, you telling me this is pound for pound? Yo, bro, you gotta find a way to win this fight, bro. This is remember Sugar Ray Leonard, yeah. Even though it was a catch fight against Donny Lemon, he found a way to win, bro. He had to stop him. You know what I mean? Now you go into the fight. What you think you're gonna get gifted? And fair play to Canelo. He said I didn't win the fight. They said win a rematch. What I don't know why you do a rematch.
Hell no.
Forget that.
He has a rematch clause in the contract, so he might invoke it.
And you know what?
No point. It's no point.
And you know what? Because of the bad scorecards is the reason why I didn't pick Bivol by decision.
Yeah, but Eddie Hearn set him up, man.
I got greasy.
I think Eddie Hearn set him up and got paid for it. Because listen to this, right? You give him a fight with Bivol, you look at 11 knockdowns, you look at this and say, you know what? Let me get my money back for him. He's beating up UK guys for the longest. Let me try and sell Canelo out of there. Canelo should never sign back. He should sign back with Al Heyman and Steven Espinosa. They would never ever make this fight. They wouldn't. There's no way he needs a fight. Really and truly, did he need?
Man, they're trying to get him to fight Benavidez.
No, he had a choice. No. They gave him a choice. He didn't have to fight Benavidez. They gave him either the second fight on the contract would have been either Benavidez at 168 or Spence at 164. So he could have chose either one of those for either one of those guys in the second fight. And obviously,
And he chose Bivol.
Yeah, he chose the Bivol and Golovkin route. That's what he did.
Exactly, man. So I'm gonna say.
I think in my mind, I believe that he was like, oh, Golovkin, I beat him already. I know his style already. So he's taking away from me.
But listen, he just won undisputed on Fox, right? So you're already a bit on Showtime. Now, Steven Espinosa, all you have to do, you can do defend your undisputed belt against Eubank Jr. and continue the paydays, right? Because you're already solidified. No one's asking you to do the unbeatable to go up to light heavyweight, and they were talking about me. I mean, it was good propaganda, but bro, realistically, you saw another thing as well. There was no catch weight. That was another thing that Oscar De La Hoya always used to make in. There's little catch weight and rehydration clause.
The rehydration clause and stuff like that.
I don't know why you guys are like upset that there's no rehydration.
I'm not
upset. I'm trying to put.
You have to give Canelo praise, man. You have to give Canelo praise for not.
Yeah, I definitely give him praise for this, but I think what EJ is trying to get at is that he's going to probably look back at this and regret that decision. Maybe he should have signed on to PBC.
Yes.
Where the fighters that they offered him, other than Benavidez, the other fighters they offered him were tailor-made for him to win.
Yeah. They weren't light heavyweights.
You have to praise.
No. They would have went up to super middleweight. They would have went up to super middleweight.
You have to praise the Canelo mindset, man. Canelo could have.
Yeah, that's true. You have to.
He could have taken the easy route, and everybody knows.
No. There's no easy route.
Ain't nobody want to see that fight.
No. Wait, hold up. You know what? Hey, the easy route edge. I kind of disagree with that because if you look at the easy route, Golovkin, the third fight is more likely the easy route because Golovkin. Hold on. Golovkin is pretty much. Some people argue he's obviously shot at this point. He's definitely not what he used to be. He's taking way too much punishment. He's slower than we've ever seen him before. And that would have been a cash out fight for Gennady Golovkin if I would agree with you if Bivol wasn't the first fight. I said as soon as that fight happened, everyone was all like, "Oh yeah, talking about Triple G." I said, "Nah, he ain't beating Bivol." And I said to him, "That's the harder option."
Ain't nobody want to see Bivol.
Everyone was talking about Triple G. Yeah, it's the easy part. I said, "You have to get past Bivol first." The easy option was to go for Chuck. I thought he might go for the PBC route because it's the easier route. It's the easier route.
Check this out. Check this out.
Yeah, looking back at that, it would have been because Spence at 164. And I like Earl Spence, but he ain't winning that fight at 164 against Canelo. No fucking way.
That's what I'm saying.
No way.
Canelo been ducking Charlo for years, man. Me and this dude.
Wait, hold up, PNC. Charlo turned down their fight one time. What do you mean?
PNC.
Yeah, he did. His brother said it himself. His brother Janelle said it.
His brother said he turned down the
I
Canelo
want to know
fight.
what Hennessy you're drinking tonight, man. What do you mean?
We wanted to see Charlo. We wanted to see Charlo and Benavidez.
Charlo's fucking everybody, man. Charlo is fucking everybody. Charlo don't want to fight nobody.
Charlo wouldn't want to fight nobody, bro. He just wants to.
Well, you know what? Let's be fair with Jamal. Let's be fair with Jamal. He tried to get the Jaime Munguia fight. Jaime Munguia turned that fight down. I think he was trying to get another top contender there. I forgot who it was, and that person turned it down as well. So Selecki was the only option. I'm not agreeing with it, but I can't give Jamal too much flack for it. He tried to fight Munguia. Munguia turned the fight down. He tried to fight somebody else. He turned that down.
Yo, hold on, man. Hold on. Let me hold on. Hold on, man. Hold on, man. Let me say this right here, man. Charlo, okay, even if he tried to make the Munguia fight just recently or whoever else he tried to fight, let's be honest, man. Charlo ain't fucking fought nobody. This man has fought against 2 champions and he's been a fucking pro for 10 plus years. I mean, at the end of the day, Canelo ain't ducking that shit, bro. Like, I really think he'll stop this fucking guy. That's just my opinion. But, I mean, at the end of the day, I think the fight that he took with Bivol was the tougher fight. Outside of the Benavidez fight, I think this was the toughest fight for Canelo Alvarez. I mean, at the end of the day, ain't nobody worried about Charlo. Charlo, you can really make an in-house fight with Benavidez, but you're not. So at the end of the day, bro, I don't want to hear shit about fucking Jamal Charlo. He's fucking fighting Selecki or fucking somebody, man. I don't want to hear nothing about this dude, man. He ain't fighting nobody.
Charlo already admitted, man. He's like, you know,
and he turned the fight down once before. So I think they offered him like $7 million to fight against Canelo. He said no. So fuck him. Move on. Let's move on.
Here we go. Hey, listen, Canelo got what he deserves. Dieting on the Euro bums, and now he finally got served up by the Russian who got disrespected. Didn't even bring out his flag. Didn't introduce him first, and I'm glad for boxing. It's a great day for boxing. You know what's gonna be funny? Seeing Eddie Hearn's face in the post fight. We're gonna see it in a couple of minutes. That's what we're gonna see. And I'm telling you, bro.
Eddie Hearn, man. As much as I like Eddie, man, my boy been taking some L's here lately.
Yeah,
my boy taking a lot of L's, man.
But you have to give him praise, man, for putting him in tough fights. Man.
I want to hear that shit. I want to hear that rubbish. I
don't think Eddie got nothing to do with the fights. I think Canelo was picking his opponent.
Yeah, but you just know. But hold on. See the thing is, yeah, Oscar De La Hoya used to put the catch weight in. He used to put the catch weight in and drain them and serve things like that. But you see the thing is, yeah, dining on the Euro bums, having you back on the zone, and now you're worthless, bro. He was the most prized asset in boxing, and now he's worthless. He's worthless. What are we gonna do with him? Like, go back to what are you gonna do with him right now? Where'd you go? Where's he going? Where's he going? He's gonna get beaten up wherever he goes now.
I'll tell you what. If he was smart, he'll go straight after Charlo, stop his ass, and he'd be right back where he need to be.
Yeah, that'd be good. That'd be good. But you see the thing, he ate too much of that. He put on too much weight, bulked up. I mean, he really believed he could fight heavyweight. Yeah. This guy, he really believed he could fight heavyweight, bro. The guy was talking about Usyk. Yo, that would have been a massacre, bro.
Look, I do. He definitely was fatigued. I think he put on too much weight. I mean, at the end of the day, man, fucking Bivol looked like he probably was like 195.
Bivol took it easy on him. I thought Bivol took it easy on him. Bivol took it easy on him, bro. Bivol was conserving himself, and you can see, like, who pointed out, I think it was Edge, he pointed out he was pacing himself for the later rounds, you know. He's making him use his legs, and he was trying to eat out. He looked like Mayweather. You see when he's hurt, he goes on the ropes to rest his back. and then Bivol was right there with him. Yo, that shit was nice. You see Bivol's arm? Bivol's arm was swollen up from Canelo's punches. Yeah, Canelo does hit hard, but you need more than that. You know, he looked slow. His defense wasn't that good. And Bivol picked him apart, man. It was easy night for Bivol, man. And now he's number 1 pound for pound in boxing. Bivol pound for pound, number 1 in boxing. And you can't even say nothing. What are we going to say? He's number 1. Like, shit, I'll put him number 1.
Who, Bivol?
Yeah.
I don't have him number one.
I got him number one.
Upset he definitely shook up boxing.
Shook up with what? Yeah, thank you. Yeah, he pounced.
Look, sometimes a loss like this is good for boxing. Because, I mean, you don't want the same guy to always just keep on winning. So it's good for the sport.
Hell
you
yeah.
know what I'm saying at the end of the day.
Yeah, I agree on that with Phil, but I will say too, I think Eddie Hearn probably could afford another doctor decision like last week because many people felt Serrano got the short end of the stick against Taylor. So if you have another one week back to back, that was
it was nearly close. It was nearly close though.
Against Taylor, Taylor won that fight against Amano.
Hold on. It was a draw, man. That was a fight. It was a draw, though. That was a draw. That was a draw, man. That was a draw match.
I thought you got to give that as my opinion. That was a gift in my opinion.
And she got blasted up, man. She got blasted up in that fight.
There was a lot of shots Serrano did was missing.
Yeah, Crawford pound for pound number one.
You didn't see the 56 rounds in the early rounds of Serrano?
Everyone watching. Edge got the hater. He got the UK flag on his head right now. Hey, listen. Hey, let's get back to listen. The people want to know about Canelo. People want to know about Canelo. So listen, he beat the number one pound for pound. In my opinion, Bivol's number one pound for pound, and we can go for a mega fight with him and Beterbiev and Beterbiev. And I agree with what Phil said. I think if you're looking for to get some credibility, you go straight back down. Either what's the other guy, Demetrius Andre, or you go against thingy, or no, bomb that, scratch that. Triple G, Triple G is gonna be easy fight. Triple G is an easy fight.
I'm sorry.
Triple G is an easy fight.
Copy repeat of what just happened.
Man, he's still in the fight. He can have a good fight with them guys there. Triple G is a good fight.
But for real though, why would anybody want to see Golovkin 3 after what happened tonight, man? I mean, seriously.
That's the same thing about AJ though. AJ, how many times AJ been lost now? Everyone still wants to see AJ. What you talking about? Anthony, right?
Here's my point. What I'm saying, no, Canelo can fight somebody else, but what I'm saying though, at this point, would anybody pay to see him fight Triple G right after the loss? That's what I'm asking.
Yeah. They will. Yeah. You want to see what Canelo's got left. He doesn't be embarrassed.
Think about it for a second. Like, if he beat Bivol, then why would somebody want to pay to see Triple G 3 anyways?
That's a good point.
We've already seen it twice already.
No, but people wanted to see the fight though, because it's not his fan base. His fan base and the Triple G fan base want to see that. You know what I mean? He reached too far, and it was the one of the ones because I looked at listen to this right when he fought Sergio Kovalev, right? The catch weight. The rehydration clause was all in effect, right? But when he looked at Bivol, he saw 11 knockouts. I thought Sergio Kovalev, man, I gonna beat him easy. Listen, bro. That
fight was it Pacquiao versus Marquez. Like, how many fights did they have?
Yeah.
And how many losses?
Well, I mean, they were winning fights back to back before they fought each other those 3 or 4 times, bro.
Yeah,
to be fair though, Pacquiao was coming off a loss against Bradley, and he went into that Marquez 4th fight right after that. So I see what you're saying.
Yeah,
I see what you're saying.
The people want to see that fight, like, you know what I mean? It's just the fight itself, like.
So you guys think that Canelo's going to fight Triple G next?
Pacquiao. How many times did Pacquiao get knocked out? The main fight happened, but it's still people will still wanted to see it, even though Pacquiao lost how many times by that point?
And boxing strange.
Right. Well, not just how many times. What it is that again he was coming off a loss against Tim Bradley the first fight, and then after that he was going straight into the Marquez 4th fight. Well, actually, no, it was the 3rd fight. I think I could be wrong. I think it was the 3rd fight he went into Marquez. And he got some people thought he got a gift decision over Marquez in that 3rd fight, which I think he did. So,
but after the knockout, the Marquez, I think it was the 4th fight.
No, it was a 4th fight. I'm sorry, it was a 4th fight.
Yeah, when he got knocked out, he still went and done the Mayweather fight. He still done big numbers.
Well, he had to work for that fight. That is not. Well, my point is that. But hold on. My point is that going straight into that big fight after a huge loss. That's my point. Pacquiao, see what happened was when Pacquiao lost to Marquez and got knocked out, the interest of Pacquiao Mayweather declined. Nobody was like, oh, fuck it, there's no point in seeing it now. You just took 2 straight losses. So Pacquiao had to work his way back into contention for that fight where he came back, against Brandon Rios. Then he came back against Tim Bradley to get his title back. And then after that, that's like, okay, now we can get the Mayweather fight. You see what I'm saying?
But the difference is that he got knocked out by a dude that Mayweather absolutely dominated from start to finish. So, so obviously the value has gone down, whereas Canelo lost to somebody who is undefeated, world champion. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, who people know that he's a legit dude. So people are not going to blame Canelo and go, oh, you know, you lost. It's not like Canelo lost to like somebody who's lost loads of fights, who's not great.
Yeah, but nobody knows who he is.
You know what I mean?
Well, that's the point. Here's the thing to PNC's point. Nobody really knew who Bivol was, number one. Number two, Canelo was the 5-1 favorite going in. That's why how bad this looks. And trust me, I knew who Dmitry Bivol was. We all do. Most of us knew who he was. But the casuals did not know who he was. And that's why the odds were 5-1. And for you to get beat like that by a guy who's a 5-1 underdog against you, that doesn't look good. I'm sorry to say that.
Bad,
it doesn't look good.
From
a casual perspective.
Oddsmakers, they're rocky blind. Like, you put
they made Bivol as they made him look like he was a novice. That's what they did. They made him look like he was a novice champion.
Yeah. Odds on Bivol, I'll be putting like money on, like, do you know what I mean? Like, that's a robbery. Like,
yeah.
You know, 5-1. What the hell?
Yeah, and some people, and I mentioned this too. I was like, dude, Dmitry Bivol fought like the best fighters that we see today in the amateurs. He had over 200 plus or close to 300 amateur fights. He was a WSB. This man has been around for a long time. So what in the world? Why would he be the 5-1 underdog? If you want to make him the underdog, fine. Make it 2-1. I'm not no 5-1.
Yeah, I should have put some money down. I would have been rich right here. PMC's rich right now. PMC's counting that money right now.
Eddie Hearn did say that Bivol's going to be Canelo's toughest fight.
Yeah.
Well, Eddie was definitely right about that. He sold that fight, but dude, he ain't happy the fact that your second cash cow went down like this in 7 straight, out of 7 months, within this last 7 to 6 months. And his own is not happy about this because they wanted that Golovkin third fight. So now they got to work hard to sell it to the public.
If they wanted that Golovkin third fight, they wouldn't have given him Bivol straight off the bat. They wouldn't have given him Bivol. If they wanted that third fight, they could have.
Are you sure? Because they're looking at Bivol's last 2 performances against 2 guys like Craig Richards and the other guy. They're like, oh man, Canelo should be able to handle this guy. That's what they probably was thinking.
They're looking at that. They're looking at that performance, but you have to think there's difference between fighting Richards and the other guy fighting Canelo. Like, do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, well, they didn't know that. They didn't know that.
Yeah,
they didn't know that.
And Bivol, and even though Bivol didn't have great performances, he was never troubled. Like, you know what I mean? He was just in second gear, like cruising through those fights. Like, that's how Bivol fights. Bivol, even against Canelo, he was kind of, he could have done. You always feel like Bivol could do a lot more.
Man,
you know what I mean?
Matchroom don't want to do no press conference.
He could have went to the body. He didn't do no body shots. Did you see Canelo? Did you see Bivol do any body shots?
No.
Bivol did. He landed a few, but when he did land a few, he did hurt Canelo there. I'm like, dude, he should have kept at that. But I guess he's like, nah, just keep my jab. It's working right now. I think
Canelo's getting beaten up. Why'd you say that I was exaggerating? I told you beating the shit out of him on the ropes, bro. He was whooping his ass on the ropes, man, beating him up.
Yeah, see, Canelo couldn't deal with that hand speed. That was his problem. He couldn't deal with the guy because Bivol was landing like 6 punch combinations. And Canelo was bothered by that. He's like, dude, I didn't expect this. Maybe a guy he was expecting to throw 3 or 4 punch combination, but not no 5, 6, 7, and 8. I'm like, what the fuck?
Should have knocked him out, man. Should have knocked his ass out.
Well, I mean, like, Canelo.
I think if Bivol would have pressed it a little bit further, he could have got Canelo out of there. He probably could have.
I don't think he ever goes to. I think he knows he's winning on the scorecards, and I'm glad they were fair. But you see, it wasn't fair. But you see, he had to cement it because you can see Canelo was hurt. I mean, he wasn't really hurt. I mean, he couldn't do anything. I mean, he's lucky in 15 rounds. 15 rounds.
Well, he was mentally frustrated, and he was fatiguing too. You see, he was blowing us up the steam.
Now, let me ask you about Eddie Reynoso. Eddie Reynoso. That's 2 losses back to back for Eddie Reynoso. First off, he got Thingy Valdez, Oscar Valdez, and Canelo, and they gave this guy 5 of the. Now they gave this guy training year, and Roger Mayweather never. In the whole of his time was never training of the year. You see how these people are? It's political, man. And you see, and I swear there was a post press conference, right? I've been looking for it, can't find it. Nowhere. They ain't no. See, Canelo, will there be a post press conference?
There's no post fight press conference.
I'm trying to find it. Nope. I can't find it right now. Nah, of course not. Canelo ain't. You think he ain't sitting up in there after that joint and doing the Dillian White. He doing the Dillian White. He's out of here. He out of here. You know what I mean?
Miguel Cotto. Miguel Cotto, when he took a loss, he never did any post fight. He just he got the fuck out.
Out of here. Like, fuck that. Yeah, he's gone, bro. There's no There's no post press conference after this trade, and that's real bad sportsmanship. And that just shows you, man, it's all good when we're winning, but when we're losing, we out of here. We on a YG, we out of here. Yo, listen, I feel bad for the Mexican fan. Listen, tell Canelo, go back to Showtime. Hold up, Dan. 1 minute, Dan. Tell Canelo, the people in the chat, tell them to go back to Showtime and Steven Espinosa and get looked after. Eddie Hearn done a absolute terrible job. And I mean, you could do it with Billy Joe Saunders. You could do it with Callum Smith. Yeah, you can do that. You can do it with Caden Plant. And you know what I mean? You wasn't involved in that, but you can't do it against the elite. And there was no catch weight clause. And you know, you went too far. Like, really and truly, when it comes down to this calamity, and that's what it was, because he's the face of boxing. In fact, Eddie Hearn's had two of the faces. Anthony Joshua, the face of boxing. He gave him Usyk when he should have vacated the belt and let Anthony Joshua fight Tyson Fury for whatever, right? That's the first one. Yeah, whoever. Then he should have, with this fight here, you got Canelo kind of historical win, first undisputed champion at 168. Defend the belts, bro. Defend the belts. Why Alexander Usyk? I mean, my God. Why? I mean, listen, how bad does that sound right now? And you know that narrative was coming from who? My guy Eddie Hearn, who's been, and it's hard to find. There's no press conference. They're off. Eddie's run back to England and left Canelo. In fact, I don't think Eddie Hearn's going to even go back into the dressing room to see if Canelo's okay. I don't think Canelo's like, where's Eddie? Where's Eddie? Oh, he's on the plane back to England. Sorry, you can't contact him. I'm telling you, bro. That's what he does. Someone told me as soon as you lose, he don't even come back to your dressing room. In fact, when he lost, why wasn't Eddie Hearn walking him back to the thing and saying, "Don't worry, Canelo"? Why would you want a rematch as well? Like the Maddox, is he crazy? Like, why would he ask for a rematch? Like. Yeah,
me personally, I advise against it. He's not winning that fight. I mean, yes, he was competitive, but that's just a bad style matchup with Canelo Alvarez. Horrible style matchup.
It's not a wise decision. I don't think Eddie Hearn is pissed off. Obviously, it's sad that Canelo lost, but to be honest, he's got his Bivol's matchroom, so
you may be right, but who knows more upset? The Zone, Lynn Bavot. They're pissed off because they're trying to recoup that 1.3 billion.
So where's he from? Where's that guy from? The guy from the Zone. Where's he from?
He's from Russia. He's
okay, where's Bivol from?
Russia.
Okay, they're great. They're happy. They're celebrating. I'll tell you right now, they're celebrating.
Yeah,
okay, all right, they're celebrating. They set up the Mexican guy and served them. And I'm telling you, bro, Russia needed something to lift their country, bro. And what you saw, let me hear from Sean Porter, by the way. Russia got it. They got it.
We'll come to the ring and the rematch, and we may see a difference.
We'll talk about that just a minute, but Chris Mannix is standing by with Canelo's promoter, with Eddie.
Okay, let's hear from some steady Eddie.
Thanks, Eddie, your reaction to what you saw tonight.
Unbelievable. I mean, they absolutely. We talked going into this fight how good, how tough this fight was, and it was a punch-perfect performance.
Right now, Dan.
I mean, he had to box exactly the way he boxed to win that fight. The judges had it right for me. He won the fight. You know, did Canelo look a little bit flat? Did he look tired? I think it was the brilliance of Dmitry Bivol. I mean, you saw his arms after the fight. He caught nearly everything on the glove. His defense was outstanding. His feet were great. You know, he was aggressive enough in the fight to win the rounds. And a big shot. But tonight belongs to Dmitry Bivol. You know, like he said, felt like he was there as a stepping stone to Gennady Golovkin. And he was for the career plans of Canelo Alvarez. But right now, look at him, you know, you see him in the change room right now. What a night for him. Dreamed of this night, got the opportunity, and becomes a great tonight, being the pound for pound number one.
You've co-promoted Dmitry Bivol for several years now. Did you think he had this kind of performance in him?
Honestly, probably not. You know, you look up the back of, there's a lot of fighters, Chris, that have come off performances, you know, in the pandemic, through the pandemic, they looked a little bit flat. You look at Dmitry Bivol's performances, you know, against Craig Richards, and before that against Castillo, those performances didn't tell you that form would beat Canelo Alvarez. But when you've got a special fight like Dmitry Bivol, if they can produce on the night, they can win these big fights. And tonight he produced on unbelievable levels. You know, he had to produce the perfect performance at the right time, and he did tonight.
You know, you heard both these men say rematch for the next one. Is that the direction you're headed for September?
Yeah, I mean, we have a rematch clause in this fight, but it's down to Saul. ultimately to activate. And, you know, Dmitry Bivol, like he said, he wants...
Would you advise him to stay at 175 after that?
You're crazy.
I mean, to be honest, you can't advise Canelo Alvarez because he wants the challenges. And I said it before this fight. He almost like he wants to handicap himself in these fights, to be in tough fights. He's ruled at 160, he's ruled at 168. I said in the build-up, he has no right to be at 175. You saw that tonight. And if he's going to trigger that rematch clause, which I fully expect him to do, he's going to have to come back with a brilliant performance, because right now, Dimitri's confidence will be on another level. But yes, you know, we know plans for Gennady Golovkin, that's on the shelf. The big rematch September, Dmitry Bivol against Canelo Alvarez, is now in play.
Appreciate it, Eddie. A tough night for Canelo. Star turning performance.
Yeah, you see, yeah. When he asked him,
he must be. He must be.
Eddie Hearn is like, no, I don't want to advise what to do. You made that very clear.
That's bullshit. That's fucking bullshit. Because at the end of the day, the fighter can't make the decision 100% of the time. The fighter's going to intervene sometimes, or the advisor's going to intervene. Saying, no,
but like Canelo's a superstar. Like you don't tell Canelo what to do. Like
the same thing with Joshua, right? When Joshua took that Usyk fight against Hearn's wishes and got beat the way he did, I know Hearn was pissed off. It's like, next time you listen to me, mate, listen to me. You're not gonna win that fight.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying.
That's
like,
crazy,
bro.
That's crazy. That's crazy. They see the thing is, I think they set him up, man. I think the Russians set him up. The Russian oligarchs, they set him up.
I don't know about that either.
Yeah, I think they did. Yeah, I did. Yeah, because he's got no business. No, listen, he's got no listen. Bro, the guy from the zone is Russian. Bro, Russia needs something to lift them up. Don't you think people in Russia watch that and their hearts are lifted and saw that? You know what I mean? Come on, man. Like, you know, like, come on, bro. Like, there's no way, like...
No, right, Bivol was just better. No conspiracy.
Nah, bro, he didn't have... That's what I'm trying to say. He didn't have to fight him. Listen, this is the thing, right? Canelo Alvarez, right?
Canelo chose the fight.
Yeah, I know, he's dumb. He's dumb. That's what I'm trying to say. When he was in Austin and Hoya and other people, they looked after him. They say he would stay with Stephen Espinosa on Showtime, stay on thing, defend your 160-pounder against Eubank Jr. or whoever from the UK, and keep it moving. Don't need to do it, Eddie Hearn. Why do you need to come back in and fight? You don't need, he's proved himself, in my opinion. Why you need to go up to 175? Like, you good, man. You good. Like, at least that 68.
He wants to challenge himself.
Eddie's full of shit, man. That's a dumb move. Bruv, like, listen, see, like, I got
brave, man. He's brave. Canel's a brave guy.
Nah, he's not. He's dumb, man.
He's a brave guy.
That's dumb to me.
He's a brave guy.
Boxing's all about keeping the winning going on, and to me, I'm congratulations to Bivol, but Russia. I'm happy for Russia, though. I'm happy for Russia. I'm not hating. I'm just saying.
Well, you know, let me just say this though. I think for this, Bivol getting caught up in this situation from a political standpoint, it's not his fault. I don't think he's for this situation. What's happening with Russia and Ukraine? He's not for it. I think him being dragged into this mess is wrong. It's not right. But I'm happy for the guy. I mean, he had to overcome adversity. Right. You know, he had to overcome the Klitschko's petition to have him removed, you know, from sanctioned bouts by the WBA, WBC, whatever, because of the situation with Ukraine. But other than that, it's not his fault. He's not the one who
the boxing is produces a political angle. And I'm trying to say tomorrow or 2 days over, when you see him in Russia and you see him and Putin rolling up, you'll see what's going on. But that's what I'm trying to say.
I advise against him not to roll with Putin.
Yeah, no, they didn't even play his national anthem, bro. The man got so disrespected. You hear him? Because he's never been as a champion, never been so disrespected. The man was even on the scorecards, 2 rounds. They didn't score. They didn't even play his national anthem. They didn't let him show his flag, and now he beat him. Yeah, he party.
Let me just say this: it wasn't really a dominant performance that people made it out.
Yeah, it was.
Like I said, I gave him the first 3 rounds, but they were close 3 rounds. It
was a landslide. It was a landslide, bro. Why you think? Let me tell you. Let me tell you. Why you think YG's not here no more? Why you think YG's bounced, bro? You know what I'm saying? YG's half Ukraine. That's why he's out here, bro. YG's out here.
No. I'm happy for the guy. He earned that win. He won on my card, but I might just go back and rescore it again. I might score an 8-4 this time. I think that's a more fair score. I think over anything above 8-4 is a bit too much. That is my opinion.
He won by a landslide for me, man. I think he.
Well, I mean, yeah, that's what you have. That's what you have. For me, 8-4 would be more reasonable.
You need to watch it again. Look, and what's it? $5 say cherry picking It was the same
Gone
cherry
wrong.
pick. Yeah, cherry pick gone wrong. That's what I'm saying. Like it was. Yeah, salute
Well,
to
it
him.
was a cherry pick, but let's say if he had lost to Jamal Charlo, that would have been the same
I
thing.
know
The cherry
boxers,
pick, right?
we'll
Had
say.
gone wrong if he had lost him.
Bivol got nothing to do with the kept out of boxing. Yeah, for these countries all around, is political scumbags. Yeah, mate. But listen, I'm trying to say that at this point, the guy from the zone, these scorecards were were disgrace. You see, it's all disrespectful. Yeah, exactly. 7-5. That was it. Bivol won way more convincing than 7-5. 7-5. Exactly. Yeah, he did. 100%. 100%.
I mean, look, I'm
great.
going to go back
75.
and score it again, but this time I might have to score it 8-4 this time, just to be fair. Because sometimes I got to look at the fight again, and I usually have to rescore it.
Canelo's dreaming.
So,
Canelo is dreaming for a light heavyweight weight. Yeah, again. Yeah, exactly. Why would you want to go a rematch? Are you damn like crazy, man?
Yeah, if I was a team, I don't
Every
think
dog
they
has
would
his
say
day.
they're gonna
Shine,
sit there
Canelo,
without
shine.
fighting,
Yeah, go ahead. Go, sorry. Go ahead.
No, I said if he's really analyzed it, I don't think he should do the rematch at the point. It's just going to be the same result again. It's probably going to be even more dominant performance. He didn't even put no graze on Bivol. We didn't even hurt him. He didn't even.
He didn't even mark him up like he usually marks him up.
Bivol was going head to head with him at one point. It was good, and he was pushing Canelo back.
Yo, listen to this.
He was pushing him back several times in that fight.
Listen to this.
Right.
I got my man AG, right? He goes, no wonder Canelo wasn't fighting. What's his name again? Benavidez. Too much hand speed. See, Benavidez would have lit him up like a Christmas tree. Hell yeah. That's probably why he left 168, because the Benavidez was there. You know, you had the Charlos Cornin, you had Demetrius Andrade. You are doing these guys there, so he eventually you're gonna get caught up. So if you really think about Bivol, yeah, that guy don't look that hard. I'll go against him. Now, you know, I think that's what it was. That's what it was right here. That's
no, I don't think so.
compared to Benavidez, yeah, I'd fight him as well. I would. Hell yeah.
Well, you know what though? They gave him a choice though at PBC. He didn't have to fight Benavidez. That was an option. That was just
they gave him a choice of fighters.
Yeah, well.
Yeah, they gave. Well, the first fight was going to be Jamal Charlo. It was going to be Jamal Charlo the first fight. The second fight would be either Earl Spence at 164 or David Benavidez at 168. Obviously, we would assume he would have gone after Spence. Spence coming up from like what 3 different weight classes to fight this guy at 164. Oh man, Spence wasn't going to win that fight. No fucking way.
He'll win it now though.
Yeah.
I think he win it now.
You know, 164.
He's nothing special. He's a short, squat guy who throws power shots, and when he can't get his way, he gets tired. And when he gets tired, he rests against the rope. Yo, Errol Spence, and the thing is, use his legs and all you got to do is use your legs, make him miss, make him pay. Just keep hitting him. That's what people did. Who highlighted it?
Yeah, Spence would have went to the body, man.
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing though. Spence, you see, Spence doesn't move like Bivol. I'm just keeping it real. He doesn't have fast feet like Bivol. The thing is that Spence is a very good body puncher. But if you're going to give Canelo, but to me, you're giving Canelo the only chance of winning the fight is fighting him in close quarters. You got to fight him at range. That's exactly what Bivol did. He didn't give him that chance. That's the way to beat him. You got to keep him at range. You got to keep him at range. That's the only way to beat him.
Hey, what do you guys think? This is good for boxing. I think this is good for boxing.
Absolutely. I think it's good for boxing. Canelo losing. I mean, look, I know the people who put the money people are not happy about it, but it is what it is, man. The Rifleman won the fight. He worked his ass off. He deserves a decision. No complaint here from me.
I think that Canelo should be praised. I think it's good for boxing that Canelo's looking to challenge himself, man. That's what you need. Canelo's 35 these days. I wish Charlo was
you and I agree with that, but the odds makers don't see it that way because this
Andre. I want to challenge myself. I want to challenge myself.
Well, here's the thing about that. Here's the thing, though. Bivol wasn't looked at by many people as a challenge. He was a 5-1 underdog.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter. Canelo knows boxing. Canelo knows that people not going to be no walkover. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. We
got a post press conference. Go ahead, PMC. We got a post press conference coming up. Let me see from the chat. Bivol, you'll hear from Bivol the dribble. Let's see what he has to say.
To be honest, no. To be honest, no. I just beat a guy who wanted my belt in my mind, today. And he was super middleweight. Yes,
great shout out to Joe Diaz, man. Did a great job.
Light heavyweight, but I don't feel myself that I'm the king today. No, I just beat Canelo. I just better than him today.
And the second question is, boxing-wise, what do you do different in the rematch?
Про бокс, что ты сделаешь по-другому в реванш? To be honest, I don't know. You know, I don't have very much yet. I don't know what I will eat today or what I will do tomorrow.
Dmitry, go ahead. Mike Hoppinger, ESPN. Dmitry, congratulations on an amazing performance. Apologize if you already asked this, but you had to win the 12th round on all 3 scorecards to avoid a draw. I know the judges got the right fighter, but you know, speak on that if you can. Like, that seems to be out of line. Most of us at ringside had it 10-2 for you, 9-3.
10-2. That's why I said.
We're trying to, you know, maybe rob you.
Yeah, I told you.
Yeah. A little bit thought when I heard the scores, 115, 113. I thought maybe I lost today, but I felt I won, you know. But I expect that it's everything against me today. Even Eddie, he's congratulating me, smiling. He's happy for me, but not too much happy for me, you know?
Yeah, exactly. See? Yeah.
Eddie Hearn.
Yeah, I told you. That's right, man.
Question for Eddie.
Yo, Bivol's true, man.
Still go through with the Triple G fight. That seems to be, you know, actually makes it kind of more attractive now after this. But that fight seemed kind of snake bitten to you. I mean, this
snake
is
bitten,
I think that, you know, Canelo against Dmitry Bivol 2 is probably the biggest fight in boxing right now.
Hell
you know
no.
I mean, but it's going to be down to Canelo, and obviously we'll speak to Dmitry and Vadim. But I can't see him not wanting to accept the challenge. I said in the build-up, you know, it's like Canelo wants to handicap himself and fight these big, great
fucking
champions.
lie, man. You handicapped
to
him.
test himself. And tonight it was maybe a bridge too far against a great light heavyweight world champion. But I'm sure he'll be here soon. But knowing Sal, I would think he would only want one fight, which is the rematch.
There's no way you need to go back into that fight again. Hell no.
I had it probably 3 rounds to Canelo.
See?
Yeah, 3 rounds to Canelo. Like I'm telling you, man.
Dmitry, everyone at your division has been talking about the better BF Smith fight, and they kind of overlooked you in this fight. You've been 175 champ for a while now. Did you kind of have that motivation, like, for this fight, saying, like, I'm a pretty good light heavyweight to myself, and no one's really talking about me?
Yeah, they underestimated it, man. Because they had him the super champion, now he's the regular champion. He's the real champion. WBA.
You know, for me enough that I have a belt. I know I am the one of the best. Even nobody told me this, you know, and I don't feel I am the best light heavyweight division. I don't feel it because I don't have all belts. You know, if I have all belts, I will feel myself I'm the best. But now I'm one of the best.
For. Yep.
Dmitry, Willie Ramirez with the Associated Press.
Right,
Coming
man.
in, we know you had the height and the reach. At what point in the fight did you know that it was frustrating him and you were in control regardless of the power punches he was trying to land?
В какой момент ты почувствовал, что ты контролируешь бой, независимо от того, что он пытался там сильными ударами попасть?
Eddie looks frustrated, man.
I think from the end of the fight, I see him, I see his punches, what he wanna do. From the beginning, from the beginning.
Yeah, wide, man.
From the beginning of the fight, yeah.
School the shit out of him, man.
Dmitry, can you describe what happened in the 5th round when you had Canelo against the ropes?
Yeah.
And he did a gesture to you and you respond. Can you describe that? And also, who do you dedicate this fight to?
Yeah, to Putin.
In the 6th round, can you repeat, please?
In the 5th round, there was a big sequence when Dmitry had Canelo on the ropes.
Got it. Можешь описать, когда в 5-м раунде
Eddie had getting fussed off with the translation.
Хорошая серия попаданий. To be honest, I don't remember this moment. Just I just beat him when I see I can catch them. When I see I can't catch him and I don't have a power for this, I didn't punch.
Dmitry.
Кому посвящаешь эту победу? This victory for all people who from small city and who want to achieve a lot. Вот эта победа для всех вот людей. I want to dedicate to all those people because и кто просто чем-то занимается и верит в себя. Вот эта вот победа посвящается им. To all the people that are doing something, whatever they're doing, and they want to achieve something, it's possible.
Yeah, allowed to
I wanna
talk about
dedicate to
Russia.
all those people.
He ain't even allowed to talk about Russia,
Dmitry,
man. That's crap.
congratulations. Where was your family? Were they here? Or were they back in Russia? Were they watching, and have you spoken to them yet?
Yeah, man. I don't hear about it's Russia,
My
man.
family in Russia now, and I didn't spoke to them yet. And my wife didn't watch my fights, and my mother didn't watch my fights. I don't wanna
ever.
You know, I don't wanna see them my fights. After fight, no problem. See, but
yeah, very, that's how moms are, right?
My fights.
They don't. Yeah, they don't.
All women in my family no watching fights.
That's right. They don't.
But they know you've won. Are they aware you've won the fight? Do they know?
Of course, they know. They talking.
They know now. Okay. How soon would you be ready for another fight? Whoever it is, how long do you think it will? How many months do you think you'll be on?
Кто бы это ни был, когда ты думаешь, что будешь готов?
When Eddie, talk to Eddie.
I don't know yet. I need to rest couple weeks maybe. Then we will talk with my manager.
How did it treat you during the fight?
Eddie looks pissed, bruv. Eddie looks so upset, man. You know, usually he's talking shit and he's smiling. Not today, doggy. Not today.
Что он сделал, чтобы дать тебе возможность вести бой так, как ты
Oh,
планировал?
what's the fight doctor saying? What's up, fight doctor? Drop the stream link. I dropped you already, fight doctor.
You know, I just expect
I
that
dropped you
that he will punch me hard, and I was ready for this. I tried to give him to do this, not for my hand, for my arms. I tried to block myself, and then I tried to give him back when he tired. You know, because we had a good sparring partners, similar work like Canelo.
You talked about the arena being against you tonight. Have you, this whole camp, everything's been Russia and everything like that. Have you felt as if the whole world is kind of against you? So like, this was nothing new tonight.
У тебя было такое ощущение, что весь мир против тебя? Или
Major accomplishment, man.
No, not new. I know how people love Canelo, and it's normal, you know. He's the really biggest fighter in the world. He's the champion for 4 weight classes. He has 4 belts, and of course, all people on his side, and no problem for me.
Dmitry, back here. Congratulations on the big win.
That's
right here.
Maestro
over here. I'm over here.
It's Maestro.
Congratulations on the big win, Vadim, you as well. You just spoke about how everyone was on Canelo's side. You were the champion defending the light heavyweight championship of the world. You were announced second. You were announced first. Your ring walk was first. Your national anthem wasn't played. I noticed that as well. You played the U.S. anthem and the Mexican anthem.
Yeah,
They didn't play the Russian anthem.
Russia is
Was any of that
Hold on,
motivation
listen what he
going
says.
into this fight? Getting the respect of a champion defending his title?
Yeah. Yeah, man.
I understand why this happened, why I walked second, because Canelo is the biggest name, and the rules, all rules, not for him. You know, oh, no problem. Just give me the fight. Yeah, he first on the posters. No problem. The rules not for him. No problem. Just give me the fight. I agree. You don't. No problem for me. I'm really happy that I had the fight. I'm really happy. Thank you, Eddie, for this fight, and thank you everyone who made this fight.
I told him that I could fight Eddie and try to get him to walk second, and Mitch was like, I don't really care if I want to walk first or second.
Guys, one more question for the champion. Yeah.
Hey, champ.
Throughout the week, your videos have been very cool, you're very calm, connected. But since the win, you've actually got, your personality shone through. Was that part of the game plan going through into the week?
Can you say the beginning? Sorry, I got this.
Yeah, no worries. Basically, it was really calm.
I heard that.
Calm, calm, collected throughout the week, and then as soon as the front, the personality really shone through, cracking jokes. Was that all part of the game plan going into the week?
Ты был очень сконцентрирован, потом ты больше был расслаблен.
He didn't really answer Maestro's question.
Это часть было плана.
Maestro, at least Maestro got a question out there. Maestro got a deep voice.
No, I just tired to be serious, maybe. No, too much serious things in my head. And
hey, champ, Big Mill,
Last one, guys.
Fox Nation. Just one question. Well, with Canelo's power, were you able to feel his power? Did it feel like light heavyweight power to you? And in any time did you feel as though he hurt you in the fight?
Yeah, of course, I felt his power. He has a really good power, but you know, he has a good speed, good power, good sense. But you know, some people born with the power. Типа прирожденная сила есть какая-то, да, там. Power that comes from when you were born, from birth. You know, I don't have this power, которая типа прирожденная, да. Я могу ударить сильно, когда типа сосредоточусь и захочу. I don't have that type of power. I can throw a power punch if I want to do it. If I actually want to put the power into my punch, I can do it intentionally. Но некоторые люди есть, которые просто руки бросают, но они очень жесткие такие, у них кулаки, прям у них прям есть природная сила. And some other boxers, they have power in every punch. They can just throw a punch and it's already powerful. И у Канело я не почувствовал, что у него есть природная сила именно для этого веса. Как бы он прям старался зарядить, то есть он прям старался вложиться в каждый удар. То есть это не природная сила, это та, которую он ее сам создает. And to be honest, I didn't feel that he, as a light heavyweight, had that type of power from birth where he just throws a punch and it hurts. I felt like he was just putting everything he can in every punch, and he was just trying to make it powerful.
Right, thank you guys.
Dmitry. Oh, one more.
Go on, Dan, very quickly.
Congratulations, Dmitry. My question that you addressed already, the fact that you needed to win the 12th round, or else it would have been a draw. I wanted to know your point of view about the fact that all three judges had it 4-0 in favor of Canelo after the 4th round, which puts you in obviously a very big deficit, seemingly unnecessarily.
4-0. Damn.
Ты сказал уже, что 12
Wow, man, all the first 4 rounds, they must be out of their bloody mind, man.
That's what I'm saying. It's rigged. The judges it just shows how good of a performance Bivol did when the judges were still trying to.
That I said that I have to win all 12 rounds to be draw. Первые 4 раунда отдавали ему. Тебя это удивляет? Тебя это как-то настораживает?
Wow, man.
Now I'm happy that I won. You know, doesn't matter. 5 rounds him or 4. I won.
I walked into the ring,
and you know, I felt I won this fight, and when I felt that the people see I won this fight, it's great. You know, it's better when you feel that people see you win.
Yeah.
Even the George gives you victory, and people doesn't agree with this. You know, I try to win for people, not for George.
Ladies and gentlemen, Dmitry Bivol.
Yeah, Radio Rahim ain't coming. Radio Rahim ain't coming down there. I'll tell you that for free, bro. Yeah, Canelo. We'll see if Canelo's gonna turn up. I doubt it. Eddie Hearn's depressed. He's got 2 of the biggest sellers ever in sport. Canelo Alvarez and Anthony Joshua. You could even put them on both on one card, right? And this is what he's doing with him. I mean, yeah, the press conference is finished. Canelo's not coming. It's not coming.
But it just shows, yeah, how good of a performance Bivol did when the judges still tries to rob him.
The first 4 rounds.
4 rounds to Canelo. The first 4 rounds to Canelo, that's a robbery.
Robbery, bro. They like
absolute robbery. First 4 rounds to Canelo. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
That's what I said to him. Most judges had it like, even Eddie Hearn said he had it like 9-3. 9-3. I had it 10-2. I think Coppinger had it 10-2. Mannix had it like I thought it was a dominant performance.
Yeah.
Like Canelo was on the ropes for over a minute. He didn't even throw no punches, and Bivol was just punching, connecting as well.
Yeah.
Eddie Hearn said he had what's his name? Canelo winning by 3 rounds.
Yeah, he had Canelo winning by 3 rounds. No, I think he said Bivol. No, I think he replaced it.
No, yeah, he said Bivol. He said he had Canelo winning only 3 rounds.
Yeah, only winning.
So that means it's 9-7.
Yeah.
9-3.
Wow, man.
So I had him. I only had Canelo winning 2 rounds,
and
he had him winning 3 rounds.
Ukraine ain't going so well for the Ukraine, and that the Russians are still doing it. I got the scorecard here actually.
Not good for Mexico either.
No, not good for Mexico. Not good for Mexico. I got the scorecard right in front of me. I could read it out. Well, I no point me putting the screen because it's hard to read. I can just tell you.
Believe.
The first 4 rounds. Yeah, the first 4 rounds. Yep, the first 4 rounds I'm looking at gave Canelo. In fact, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, and from round, all of them from round 5. Then it was Canelo only won. Yeah, after that, Canelo probably won 1 round. They all gave round 9 to Canelo, and that was it. Everything else went straight to Bivol. That's how they come 130, 115. Nice decision. Winner for thingy. Crazy. Absolutely crazy night. And one of the biggest upsets we witnessed. It was worth it. In terms of boxing, it was okay fight. I would have liked Bivol to solidify it more, but he won the fight and done what he needed to do. I think he needs to fight. He even said he's not the best at light heavy. The guy's a very what's it called? What do you word that word? It's not modest, isn't it? It's a very humble. That's the word. It's very humble. Oh, Canelo is there. No, Canelo's not no press conference. Oh, Canelo arrived at the presser. He did arrive. 50. Oh, he's at the presser? Okay. That means, let me see if they're going to pull it on then. So Canelo just turned up at the presser. So let me see if we can find Canelo Alvarez. Let me try and see if we can find him.
Like, he's probably thinking it's a close fight because the judges made it a close fight. It wasn't really close. Like, he lost most of the rounds. Dominant.
Here's Canelo. Here's Canelo.
I think I got a little bit tired towards the final round, but it felt good. So we'll see what's next. As I say, I don't feel like I lost the fight. Maybe some rounds. Maybe the weight was a slight issue. Maybe
that's Canelo's interpreter talking
during the fight.
See, all of a sudden now, he ain't even talking English now. You know what I mean? He was talking, you know what I'm saying?
I know, that's what I was going to say.
He's talking pure Mexican. No, he ain't saying nothing. He's just talking pure Mexican now, man. And where's his red hair? His red hair is turning brown, man.
Yes, so I think I'm always going up looking for difficult fights. I went up and looked for this difficult fight. Naturally, I feel good at 168, but I'm always up for challenging. I'm always up for taking on new challenges. But that's boxing. Tonight, I was looking to looking for greatness.
That sound is bad, bro. That sound is awful, man. It's got a kind of hissing. See if we can get, okay, match him, pull it back on again. All right, here we go. Then the sound should be better. But I ain't got no time for that in the background. That's bad, man.
And the way it was scored, and Canelo's answer was, well, I think, as I said, 4 or 5 rounds, I feel like he won maximum. I felt a little bit fatigued going into those final rounds. Perhaps it was because of the weight, but I feel, as I say, that he only won 4 or 5 rounds.
Canelo, buenas noches, Eddie también. Bueno, creo que lo comentaste ya, es de hombres, aceptas tu derrota, lo dijiste en el cuadrilátero, caray, felicidades por eso, ¿no? Porque mucha gente puede decir, no la perdí. Pero ¿qué harías diferente para esta revancha en este mismo peso? Porque seguramente quiere la revancha. ¿Qué harías diferente?
Pues no sé, como te digo, hay que ir, ver la pelea y qué es lo que podemos hacer nuevo.
Canelo, sorry. So the question was, in terms of tonight, when you lost the fight, you gave congratulations. I'd like to give you congratulations for the way you accepted defeat. But in terms of a rematch, what would you do different? And the answer from Canelo was, we'll have to see. I'll have to watch it back and work out what we would need to do differently.
Canelo, el reto sigue. Dijiste, esto no se queda así. Quisiera que profundizaras en esto. Esta sería la primera pregunta, por favor.
Así es. Yo soy una persona muy competitiva. Y esto no se queda así. Me quedan muchos años por delante y voy a regresar muy fuerte. Créanme que voy a regresar muy fuerte.
So the first question was, you obviously mentioned in the ring afterwards that this will not stay this way. Doesn't end here. Can you tell me a little bit? Can you go into more depth about this? Yeah. So as I said, this doesn't end in this way. I think I'm a very competitive person. I've got many years ahead of me, and I'm going to come back stronger.
Y Canelo, no sé si estés de acuerdo conmigo y quizá Eddie quiera opinar acerca de esto. Hoy en el boxeo mundial no hay otra pelea más interesante que la revancha de Canelo Bivol, al menos en mi opinión. ¿Piensan ustedes lo mismo? Y si pueden extender un poco la respuesta en esto.
Sí, sin duda alguna. Sí queremos la revancha, como dice Saúl también. Sentimos que no perdimos la pelea. Sí perdimos algunos rounds, pero no creo que hayamos perdido la pelea. No nos gusta buscar excusas, somos mexicanos antes que nada. Somos un gran equipo. Saúl es un peleador ganador. Como ganadores, pues vamos a ver si hacemos la revancha y ya veremos nosotros como equipo qué es lo que tenemos que mejorar para dar un mejor rendimiento y eso que es muy común, que dicen que qué estrategias y las estrategias arriba del ring, al final con una pésima estrategia ganan peleas por un golpe al último round. Entonces creo que hay que reconocer también el trabajo que hizo Bivol. Saúl es un tremendo peleador, es un peleador, un deportista ganador y como tal vamos a regresar y vamos a regresar fuertes y es todo.
So the question was, would you agree, both of you, Eddie, Saúl, that there's no bigger fight in boxing than the rematch with Bivol? And the answer from Eddie was yes, there's no doubt about that. And we want that rematch. We felt that we didn't lose the fight, just some rounds. And, like we're a strong team and we're fighters, as good Mexicans. We're a good team and we're winners. We want that rematch to see what we could do better. And when you talk about strategies in boxing, people can go in with terrible strategies and win things in the last round. I think you also have to give good credit to Bivol and what he did. But Saúl is a winner and he will come back stronger.
Me lo haces de nuevo porque ya se me olvidó.
Para ti es la pelea más importante a nivel mundial, la revancha.
Sí, sin duda. Es lo que quiero y créame que lo vamos a hacer mucho mejor.
So it was the same question, and the answer was yes, we want it, and we want the rematch, and we're going to do much better in the rematch.
Hola Canelo, gracias por tu tiempo. When you're on the ring and you're tired and you're exhausted and you feel you have no more energy left to give, what is it that motivates you to give that extra ounce of energy, that extra punch?
No, obviamente mi orgullo. El orgullo, más que nada, es lo que me motiva y es lo que me mantiene todavía más.
So the question was, it was in English, so it doesn't matter, it doesn't have to be translated. So obviously pride keeps me going, that motivation to want to continue fighting, that's what spurs me on.
Canelo, there hasn't been much debate about who won the fight. In the ring, you seem to accept defeat. What is it that you feel the judges missed, and what did you do that you felt should have gotten you the victory tonight?
Yo creo que muchas veces los jueces se dejan impresionar cuando estoy bloqueando los golpes. Muchas veces hago rolling y se dejan impresionar por eso y creo que eso fue lo que fallé un poco ahí.
So I feel that it was often judges don't score things that perhaps, or they score things that perhaps they shouldn't. For example, I was blocking shots and I was rolling punches, and I think sometimes that's where the mistake may have been made.
Canelo, your power has been so destructive and effective in recent fights, Kovalev forward. And I know, like in tonight's fight, there were clearly moments where you were, sizing up and trying to just blast him out of there. Was there a point during the fight where you said, this is kind of frustrating to me? Like, this guy should be out of there by now?
No. Hay que darle crédito a Bivol. Bivol es un peleador que es difícil de golpearlo en la cabeza. No es fácil. Hay que darle crédito también al peleador que tienes enfrente.
No, I think you have to give the credit to Bivol there. He's a very difficult fighter to hit around the head area. So I think you have to give him credit.
Canelo, what goes through your mind right now?
Me siento orgulloso porque soy una persona muy competitiva que se sale de su zona de confort para subir a las 175 libras a otro peso que no es el mío para buscar lo mejor en mi carrera, ¿no? Me siento orgulloso de lo que estoy haciendo, no me siento avergonzado. ¿Por qué? Porque busco esos retos que muchos no lo hacen, porque por miedo a perder y yo estoy aquí para buscar esos retos porque es lo que me gusta.
So I'm proud, I'm very proud, and I'm a very competitive person. I've gone up and I've fought at 175. I've gone out of my comfort zone into fight at a weight that's not mine. And there's no shame in that. Others, I'm looking for challenges that others would be scared to take on because they might lose. So that's what I'm here for, and that's what I'm wanting to do.
Y creo que eso es lo que buscan todos, ¿no? El no decir, ya sabemos que va a ganar. Soy una persona que busca los retos, que sabes que es 50-50, y eso es lo que creo que esperan todos, ¿no?
And I think it's about, nobody wants to see fights where people know who's going to win. It's about those 50-50 fights. That's what people want to see.
So were you hurt at any point in the fight?
No.
And you said that obviously you're chasing greatness, the 175-pound division. This is your second fight. Do you see a full career ahead for you at 175, or are you just focusing one fight at a time and trying to avenge the loss to Bivol first, whether you think the future after that?
Si te ves un futuro peleando en ese peso de 175.
Pues la verdad es que mi peso donde me siento mejor es en las 168 libras, pero como te digo, vamos a ir y vamos a ver todo porque sí queremos esa revancha.
So my most natural weight, my most comfortable is 168, and that's where I feel best. So we're going to go and see if we can, we're going to take on this rematch.
Ya está.
Una pregunta aquí. Para Canelo y otra para Don Reynoso. Ganaste contra Kovalev. ¿Puedes comparar la experiencia entre las dos peleas? Y Eddie, ¿puede hablar, por favor, de las diferencias entre la preparación de las dos peleas?
Pues la diferencia es de los estilos. Kovalev es un peleador que iba más al frente, trabaja más las piernas, y creo que Bivol es un peleador más técnico, un peleador que trabaja muy bien su distancia, y siempre lo dije en las entrevistas que era un peleador complicado, un peleador de los mejores que saben utilizar su distancia, y creo que hizo un gran trabajo.
So I think, could you tell me about the fight? It's a question for both Eddie and Canelo. Can you tell me about the Kovalev fight that you had, and the difference and the different way that you prepared for that fight? And Eddie's answer was, it's different because we're talking about different styles. Kovalev is someone who is a front foot fighter, good footwork. Bivol is more of a technical fighter who looks to manage distance in a different way. I said before the fight that it was going to be a tough fight, and because he's a fighter that uses his distance really well. So that was the difference in two fights.
Hey, Canelo, straight back, Dan Rayfield. My question for you, Canelo, is even though you say you were going to have the rematch with Dmitry Bivol in your next fight, two things about that. Do you think that at any point you'll reconsider that and maybe talk to Eddie about going through with the Triple G third fight anyway back to defend your titles at super middleweight? And also, do you think you would be back in September for that next fight, or would you want to maybe take a little bit of a longer break?
Yeah, we're going to go to see what's next, to talk about it, and we let you know.
So no commitment then that you will definitely fight Bivol next.
Eso es lo que quiero. Eso es lo que quiero, eso es lo que pasa por mi mente ahorita nada más. Pero iremos a casa y veremos qué es lo que viene después.
Can you translate that?
Yeah, so we'll this is what we want. We'll see what happens in the future, but we just have to wait and see what's going to happen.
And just one more question, Canelo. What will you do tomorrow?
The man forgot about translation.
Play golf, I think.
Very good, thank you.
So, does this hurt as much as your defeat to Floyd Mayweather?
Huh?
Does this hurt as much as your defeat to Floyd Mayweather?
¿Duele tanto como la derrota contra Floyd Mayweather?
No, la verdad es que me siento muy bien, con la frente en alto, di lo mejor de mí, busco otra categoría, di lo mejor de mí, trato de buscar retos importantes para mi carrera fuera mi zona de confort, y me siento muy bien, me siento orgulloso de lo que estoy haciendo y con la frente en alto.
So no, I don't feel that way. I feel like I can come out of this fight with my head held high because I gave the best of me in a different weight class. You know, I'm looking for challenges in my career that take me out of my comfort zone. So I'm proud and I'm feeling good.
So before now, Golovkin had been your biggest rival. Do you think this is the rivalry that will now define your career?
Could be.
So the judges had you 4-0 up after 4 rounds, meaning that after the other sort of rest of the fight, you'd only won 1 round. Just your thoughts on that?
Sí, en los primeros rounds los jueces ya te tenían como 4-0, pero después a partir de ahí solo ganaste 1 round. ¿Cómo ves la decisión?
No tiene sentido. No tiene sentido. Pero it is what it is.
Translate.
It doesn't make
Canelo,
sense.
Carolina Sports, right here. You light on the ropes a lot. Was that part of the strategy to try to get him to come inside? Because it seemed like you were on the ropes a lot, letting him, just giving him kind of the distance that he wasn't coming in the way it seemed like you wanted him to.
Sí, no, me quedaba en las cuerdas, me sentía cómodo ahí, bloqueando y quitándome golpes. Obviamente para descansar un poco.
Alvarez.
No, I felt comfortable on the ropes. You know, I was there and I was able to, you know, to take shots and to block them, and I felt really comfortable there.
The translator is good, man.
La última vez que perdiste fue en el 2013, como bien comentaba mi compañero. Ahora, ya que tienes más edad, ¿qué tanto ayuda la madurez que tienes para asimilar esa derrota?
No, como te digo, con la frente en alto. Estoy buscando en otros pesos. Obviamente retos importantes para mi carrera y en otros pesos, fuera de mi zona de confort. En mi peso les gané a todos los campeones. Ahora subo a otra división. Como te digo, me siento bien y
competitivo.
Lo hice muy bien. Para mí, como te digo, gané con la frente en alto y no me avergüenzo de nada. Me siento orgulloso de lo que estoy haciendo.
So the question was, the last time you tasted defeat was in 2013. Now you're older. Does that maturity help you to overcome this defeat? No, I feel good. I feel like, as I said before, I can keep my head up. I'm looking for challenges in different weight classes. So I'm looking to make big steps and do, you know, huge things in my career outside of my comfort zone. So I believe that, you know, I did well. I'm doing things outside of my division, and as I say, I thought I won. So there's no shame in doing what I did. You know, I'm proud of what I've achieved.
Sure.
Hi, Canelo. I just spoke with Dmitry Bivol and Vadim just now, and they said that the only way they would go through with a rematch is if you renegotiated the terms that they initially signed to, because they just did it for an opportunity. Are you willing to do that?
We'll see.
ESPN. Canelo, you know, you said earlier that you were a little tired over the late rounds, and it kind of showed. Do you think that was because of the added weight? I mean, you said your 160 is your best weight, and do you think that hurt you in the fight, the extra weight?
Dijiste que te sentiste un poco fatigado por el entrando en los últimos rounds. ¿Crees que fue el motivo de esto? ¿Fue el peso en que estabas perdiendo?
Quizás sí. No lo sé.
Maybe it was. I don't know.
And also, obviously, you had barely lost a round since the Gennady Golovkin rematch in 2018, and you know you're cruising past all these really good fighters. Do you think it's going to make you an even better fighter now, having to go through a rematch, try to avenge a loss? If this is going to push you to new heights?
Sí, obviamente, desde la pelea con Triple G 2008 casi no pierdes un round y has ganado fácilmente, pero el hecho que tuviste que trabajar mucho hoy significa que vas a aprender mucho, vas a ser un peleador mejor.
Sí, siempre me aprendo y siempre me gusta aprender de todo. Hoy aprendí mucho y lo voy a mostrar en las siguientes peleas.
Yeah, I always like to learn from things. Today, I feel like I learned a lot, and I'm going to show you this in the upcoming fights.
And lastly, you know, obviously there's a lot of talk about the PBC side with Charlo and Benavidez. You said you didn't want to fight those guys because they didn't have a title. And in hindsight, I guess, do you feel comfortable knowing that you took on the toughest challenge and went toward the fire at a higher weight against who's considered a better fighter?
Sí, obviamente, hablamos un poco de la charla de PBC. Charlo, Benavidez, que dijiste que no querías esa pelea porque no tienen títulos. Pero pensando en esta hora, ¿piensas que fue la decisión correcta ya de buscar esta pelea más difícil?
Sí, era lo que queríamos y como te digo, me siento orgulloso de salirme de mi zona de confort y buscar estos retos importantes para mi carrera.
Yeah, as I said before, I think it's really important, for me to get out of my comfort zone and look to take on these challenges in my career.
Radio Raheem, you said that you believe you won the fight now. During the fight, was there any point in which you thought you might be behind on the scorecards?
No.
And if you had known you were behind on the scorecards, would you have fought any differently?
More aggressive, I think.
I thought he was winning, bro. Yeah, man. The corner, that's up to the corner, man. 9-3, like. That's up to the corner. The corner should be doing 4.
Pues que así es esto, se gana, se pierde, pero con mucho orgullo represento a mi país, hice lo que tenía que hacer, hice lo mejor, di lo mejor de mí, con mucho orgullo lo hago, vamos a regresar más fuertes y que gracias por todo su apoyo. Así es, siempre hay que buscar más y sin miedo al éxito.
So the question was, can you give us a message to people in Mexico? Because obviously Mexico is completely paralyzed. People watching this fight, and you said as a good Mexican, you represent them. Can you a message for them? My message is that this is boxing. You win, sometimes you lose. I gave the best version of myself, and I'll come back stronger. And I'm pleased to have your support with me.
Guys, that's all the questions. Thank you very much for your support tonight, and thank you, Sal.
I don't know who told Eddie Hearn, to tell Canelo Alvarez, him to believe that he want to challenge himself and go out weight classes and do this like craziness, man. Like it's just madness. Some of the stuff he was saying, I'm like, yo, like you nice, man. You nice at 168. That's your shit. Why are you going further that? Why are you pushing the boat, man? You know what I mean? Rematch. I just like, bro, he actually thought he was winning the fight. I said, and the radio, he asked a good question. He thought he was losing the fight, got more aggressive. When you were more aggressive, you'd have got knocked out earlier, man. TMC, what do you have to say? What you have to say to what you heard?
Yo, man. He, obviously, that's what he want to believe. You know what I'm saying? Because he got a strong fan base, so he got to sell him something. You know what I'm saying? So he's not done. He's still, a young guy. He's in his early 30s. What is it? Only like 31, 32. And so he's still got to, so he's got to sell something to somebody. You know what I'm saying? He got to say something. But doesn't look like Bivol wants a rematch, unless the money is renegotiation.
Negotiation,
right.
yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
but what's his name did that? And Andy Ruiz did it with Joshua. So
Did he he renegotiated the contract?
yeah, they gave him more money. They gave him more money for that second fight.
Yeah.
So unless they're gonna take it to court or something like that. But anyway, I think it can happen. You know what I'm saying? If he wants it, but he's got to reevaluate things and think of, can I get another multi-million-dollar contract? But he got a contract with DAZN as far as promotional. So I don't know what other fights he got lined up after this. It was supposed to be Bivol and somebody else. Who was it supposed to be?
I think they were talking about Triple G, going back down to
Yeah.
fight Triple G. So it's going up and down the weights, yeah. But I think this is what I said. They're disrespecting.
So
they're
this is what makes sense. This is what
Go
makes sense for him to fight go ahead and fight Triple G.
Mm-hmm.
If he wins that, go ahead and try to fight Bivol again, or just get a win with Triple G and then take that PBC deal and try to work with that, man, and stay at 168.
Yeah, I think he should just stay at 168, period, and just defend himself, because I think he can beat a lot of the contenders. Like, I think he's had enough of fighting the Euro bums, and he wanted to fight a real fight. He wanted to test himself, because realistically, Callum Smith, whack, Billy Joe Saunders, whack, Caleb Plant, whack. You know what I mean? He'd be fighting, so that's why he wanted to challenge himself and fought guys that maybe, been put him a challenge. And when they looked at it, the guys got 11 knockouts. That's the reason why they went in there. I mean, really, he didn't hurt Canelo, but Canelo, that's the best of Canelo. Like, Canelo defense, and he's learned from Mayweather shit. That never hurt. That never helped in there, bro. The guy was faster. He could match. Yeah, they got it right about the power, but my gosh, you didn't hurt him. Like, the guy's face not even marked up, man. I mean, his arms are bruised slightly from your hits, but he didn't do nothing. So in the next fight, I reckon if ours Bivol and he gonna get paid, yo, put your foot down on the pedal and go stop him. Go ahead.
As of right now, he can say, "Oh, I went up too many weight classes." You got a guy that started off at 147 pounds, right?
Yeah.
That's what Canelo started off at. He was 18, 19 years old, or something like that. 147, right? The only guy that's went up to at least cruiserweight at that weight, a few guys, Tommy the Hitman Hearns, who was that dude that the black dude who fought Lebedev.
Guillermo Jones.
Guillermo Jones did it, So it's hard, man. It's hard, but he ain't got the height, man. He a short dude, he a short, stocky guy.
You don't hit enough.
And
You don't hit
he
hard
won't
enough.
lose no respect, man. He's a 50-50 on David Benavidez and Charlo and
Yeah,
stuff
I
like
think they
that.
go whip. I think they whip his ass,
Right,
man.
yeah, but Triple G is known. He's old. He still got the age advantage. He paces himself too. He trying to throw everything to every punch. So they match up well. He should go into that and try to just rebuild. Like, oh, I'm trying to, So he got a story there. He got an excuse. He went up too many weight classes. You know what I'm saying? So
That's another loss of his record, though. But Bivol is saying he ain't even the best at light heavy. I like the way he said that. He's very humble. And now look, if Canelo, he's got good paydays. Though obviously Canelo's a bigger payday, but if you're Dmitry Bivol, you solidify yourself at the light heavyweight division, become a legend. No, because remember, at the end of the day, become a Hall of Famer. Become undisputed. I think the Bertavie be sitting there licking his chops. I think he got a good chance to beat Bertavie. To be fair, I mean, you got two Russians. Go ahead.
Dude, man, so you got the situation where you got a little man got beat down by a good big man. So you know what I'm saying? Or a great little man. But the thing is, Canelo just got to go back down, 168, do some business there, and give the fans the fights they wanted to see. Nobody really wanted to see the Bivol fight. You know what I'm saying? So he needs to stop doing what he doing with his own. Give him that Triple G fight. See if he can get out of that promotional deal. Go down to PBC. Do what he can there, and then because after this point, it's like it's a decline because he's in his early 30s. You know what I'm saying? He's not in his 20s no more. Some shine has been knocked off that star, as of tonight. So he got to rebuild that and see what he can. Because if you look at his old career, it looks like he been milking the whole thing, which I don't blame him. You know what I'm saying? He getting paid rolling up at camps in Lamborghinis and Bugattis and stuff like that. That's fine, man. Do what you do. But at the end of the day, a lot of people calling for a fight. He gave us some of the fights we want. He gave us the Triple G fight and the Laura fight, But it's now people calling for Charlo and David Benavidez, and he gotta just knock that out, man. Just go ahead and do it. And then right off in the sunset paid, what I'm saying? I don't understand it, why he can't do that,
Well, he's just looking for the next challenge, next payday. I think he was better when he was on Showtime, to be fair, and the PVC. But like you said, but they got some good American challenges, but at least they would have been around his weight class, bro. Because this is, to be fair, like Bivol, he don't need no Bivol, man. Like real talk, Bivol is a very placid, dry guy. Like, I mean, he's not very, he's okay. I'm happy for Russia and that, but like I think, look, man, go against some of the American channels, American weight classes, and go get that money, bro. Like
go
ahead.
You got to think about it. A lot of those 175 guys are like 200 pounders. You know what I'm saying? They playing the same weight game too. They dropping down 20 pounds and stuff like that.
I think he might, but he still can call the shots at that point. You know what I mean? He can still say because there was no rehydration clause, there was no catch weight, and this is what happens when you fight him when it's even playing field. He gets his ass whipped. When Mayweather Mayweather drained his ass as well. Actually, Mayweather drained him. That's what started him off. Actually,
Yeah, but he
yeah.
forced that issue. You know what I'm saying? He forced that issue, man. De
Mhm.
La Hoya told him, "Don't do that fight."
Yeah, well, there
He
you go.
wanted to. He took him.
Go ahead.
No man, he didn't want to ride the wave, man. He wanted to own the date. You know what I'm
If
saying? He won.
he was with the Oscar De La Hoya now, he would still be undefeated. I'll tell you that for now. They would never put him in that situation. And that's what I'm saying. Eddie Hearn and him talking crazy. We want challenges. This not boxing ain't about trying to put yourself out there to lose, man. Boxing's about continue what you do, you good at. Keep rolling, keep making them paydays and keep winning. But like you said, the challenges were coming at them weights class, that 168 and at middleweight. You know, the guys were rolling up, man. So eventually you're gonna lose, yo. But anyway, PMC, man, it's good to have you over, man. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully we can catch up again. Give me your last words, PMC, on a great upset night. Give us your last words, bro.
Oh yeah, man, it's a great night of boxing. Sorry for the bathroom thing.
Yeah, nah, that's cool. Yeah, that's cool. That's why I locked that. Yeah, you gonna get paid though. You got paid though. You got paid tonight because you picked everyone out.
Nah, I got greedy. I picked Bivol by KO.
Oh man, that's what happened
I
to me
didn't.
one time.
I didn't think he was gonna win by decision. You saw how close the scorecards were. I was like, man,
How
they're
much
gonna
do
give
you
this
do? You
on
remember the
TM.
do you remember the money on decision? It must have been a lot though, right?
Yeah, it was like plus 600 on the
Oh
decision.
man.
Bivol by decision and Bivol by knockout was 1,000.
Yeah, that's
So
what
I
I
was
do.
thinking
I did it the other day. I picked the right guy, right? But I picked by decision, and I should have picked knocked that. I was like, damn, man.
Yeah, I was just like,
God.
man, I just had a feeling he was gonna win. I was like, man, I should just go for the win. But I was like, you know what? They
Get
ain't gonna
paid.
let him win. You know what I'm saying? By no decision. I was like, come
Mm.
on, man. That's like a fantasy, man.
Yeah. I don't think none of the Canelo fans in boxing or anyone wants to see Canelo fight Dmitry Bivol again. I like Dmitry Bivol. I'm gonna watch the fight in a couple of minutes and laugh my head off. But bruh, I'm happy for boxing and you know Eddie Hearn is on a roll, bruh. Like his boys are losing, and Joshua lost the other day against Usyk, and this one lost against Bivol. So I need Eddie Hearn. Either way, he wins because he's with the zone. But at the same time, I think Canelo coming over to the zone was a bad move, bro. I think he makes more money on PVC and Showtime on American Network, and I think they would have handled him a bit better because they realized what they got. I mean, he basically looked basic. You know, how many years did it take to build Canelo up for him to just get beat like an idiot? I mean, he got beat up like an idiot, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It looked like he didn't even deserve. He's like all your credibility of Canelo way and this and that is all gone. It's all gone.
But like what Hearn said, which translated to what the situation with De La Hoya is that you can't tell Canelo what to do. Get what I'm saying?
I don't believe that.
You can't tell. Because think about it. That Floyd fight wouldn't happen. Remember, he took himself. He fought Austin Trout. Austin Trout fight was supposed
That
to
was
be
good.
on that Mayweather card.
Yeah.
Remember, and he fought in April. Mayweather fought on the 5th or Cinco de Mayo. Then they fought in that September that year, 2013 it was. You know what I'm saying? But he forced the issue because Canelo wanted to do what Canelo wanted to do.
Yeah, well, I think Oscar, they wanted to get paid from Mayweather, and they wanted to try and take him now. They thought he was older, but Demetrius Bivol's in his prime, and you know, most of the other guys, Billy Joe Saunders and Callum Smith, Caleb Plant, they never really been tested, and so you know, Canelo, you know, that was good, but Bivol, 90 amateur fights, light heavyweight, bigger, good boxer. He incorporated Floyd Mayweather's game plan. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's why he incorporated some of that. You could see the jab. He jabbed him, controlled him, and it was a masterful performance. And what's Eddie Hearn? Another L for Eddie Hearn and Matchroom. Yeah, fangirls. Yeah, Matchroom.
Yeah, he did a great job spinning them, keeping them in the center of the ring.
Yeah.
He knew when the punches were coming. He saw all the punches coming. Yeah, it was a great win, man. It was just I don't know. And Canelo kept loading up on every shot, just like he said. He's like, punches are born, and he said he felt like Canelo was just putting everything into every one of his punches. You know.
Yeah, he ain't a real pop. That's the thing that the Mexican superhero it's been busted. At least he's not hurt, but his pride. But I think to myself, shit. I think they built years to build this kid. You know, years. I mean, he ain't lost since Mayweather 2013, and then to lose in this manner, like that. If he stayed at Showtime, Eubank Jr., Canelo Alvarez would have sold. It would have sold like because Eubank. You know what I'm trying to say? That's a good fight. You know what I mean? In the UK, you know, super middleweight, you could have did that fight. Then you got the Benavidez fight. That's a good fight. It's a good fight, bro. It's a good fight. Good fight. You know, it would have got everyone up. That's a money fight, and it's on Showtime. That's another good fight. Then Demetrius Bivol. I think it beats Demetrius Andrew. I think he might have beat
Andrade.
I think he could beat him. Yeah, that would have been a good fight.
Because the thing is, Boo Boo would have stayed in the pocket.
Yeah,
you know, he wouldn't.
And that would have been a good fight for him. These are better fights for him than this guy here. But Bivol didn't look like he got out second gear. To be fair, he beat him. He made a pound. Remember, they said this guy was pound for pound number one, and he just looked ordinary, bro. Ordinary. He just looked basic. But hey, nice to have you over, PMC, man. You take care of yourself, and we catch up soon, bro.
All right,
Peace
bro.
out.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Yeah, man. Nice one. Hey, big up to everyone in the chat. Yo, man, everyone came over, and so it was a great showing and stuff like that. And I'll be back, man. I'll be back on another one, probably later on today, actually, on a post fight. But yeah, it was good coming over. Finally, Canelo Alvarez streak has finally been broken by Dmitry Bivol. Congratulations, and still light heavyweight champion of the world, man. Hey, boxing won tonight. Great upset and great for boxing. Catch you on the next one. Peace.